did they get in? Did they prep this last night?
Speaking of prepping things last night, well, Thursday, but yeah. After the world's longest hour and a half that mainly spanned multiple months just waiting, pleading, taking my vitamins, saying my motherfucking prayers, praying to Don't Nod and Deck 9 to finally patch their fucking game because of the glitch that prevented me from finishing Wavelengths. I finally said enough is enough. I'm just replaying this shit to get it to work. And here we are.
You told me they didn't patch it over.
No, they never patched it. They patched other things, but they never patched the whole, banter blocking you out of certain objectives being able to be completed.
Well, I got a question. So how many months has it been since the last recording?
Like 2 or 3?
You're being generous. You're being
4, maybe 5, 6.
Silver.
69.
We usually don't date our videos, but we should totally date this video. So basically, this Wavelength DLC. When did it come out?
Didn't it come out in like October?
October of 2021, right?
I could be wrong, but I think it was October.
Okay. Alright, October. Alright, 1 month or me. Slash.
Well, we also did not start Wavelengths immediately because we didn't start Wavelengths until we finished True Colors.
Wait, how long did it take us to finish True Colors?
About a month or so.
So you'd say like November is when we started?
November, beginning of December. So yeah, it's been like 4 or 5 months.
Jeez, bro.
So either way, if we started in November, now it's April. Let me check my handy dandy notebook. April 23rd, 2022 is when we are recording this right now.
Yeah, we usually don't date our videos, but we have to on this one. But
we have to.
Because the thing is, it's gonna be like a complete transformation because it's been that long since we played this game. So like, we're not gonna know like everything like we did in the previous recordings. We might forget every now and then. With that being said, though, Silver, is it safe to say that how this whole DLC was like going through the seasons? We actually went through a season with the DLC.
2 seasons.
There you go. It's canon now.
We started Wavelengths in fall.
Fall. Yep.
We went through all of winter, and now we're into spring.
It's spring. That's how long their glitch was still going.
Yeah.
And they still could have patched.
Yeah.
All right.
I kept reloading the save, going to the spot where the clue is supposed to be, which is the switchboard, and it was never clickable.
Yeah.
All because we did the microphone banters before getting all the clues.
And we only figured that out afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. And because we did that, the game locked us out of basically registering what's needed to complete the thing.
Because this is a DLC, there's no like segments to the DLC, so we couldn't go to like a certain segment if we wanted to.
Correct.
So, yeah.
But before I do the Elamon stuff, let's listen to the song real quick. I hope you can hear this.
I can hear.
I was afraid this would happen. Well, not then this, but something unknown. As my spring colors were blackening, couldn't you see that I had to go? It's a long way to travel, it cuts through the mountains. Arcadia abdicates its hold over me. So the first step to catch the path should be in company. Me, I'm with you. Yeah, you're with me. You said that you knew this would happen. Well, not now this, but some sepia pain. I'm not just running, I'm reacting. That's why you can't see that I must remain. It's a long way from home and I'm left in the mountains. Stephanie amputates everything good. And the first thought I catch when I wake is what's left of me. Do I self-suffice in unlikelihood?
This DLC damn near amputated my patience with having to replay this shit just just to fix a fucking glitch.
You're done, Silver?
Well, I mean, lyrics are happening, so I'm not gonna talk over the lyrics.
uh,
I've done my best to pull through, but there's still so much
Slong.
Mistakes are piling at my feet. Just push them down into the cracks.
Oh, there's a lot of very sensitive topics I could.
It's a long way to home and it cuts through the mountains.
I wonder if it looped.
Color desaturates.
Nope, not yet.
Sunlight
Okay.
subdues, but the first snow to catch the light falls on a precipice, a point of perspective to plan the next move.
I'll say in the subtitle, song repeats.
Mm.
Yep, there you go. Song repeats.
All I gotta say to that song, Silver, is I want it that way.
Yeah, right?
The executioner priest begins chanting. Blood to oil, breath to steam. Blood to oil, breath to steam.
Oh, hey, now you're listening to
Elamon raised
the
the bow, but doesn't fire just
fucking
yet.
ritual I had to
We
repeat to
submit
myself
this
just to get through this
offering
shit.
unto you, Almighty Durgaron.
Fire!
Critical hit. The bolt pierces the priest's neck and impales him against the altar.
Yeah! Wait, Durgaron?
Suddenly, a voice bellows out from the abyss. It echoes throughout the tower, shaking its very foundation. The hero Elamon, we meet again.
Durgaron? You brought back fucking Durgaron? Hello, old friend. Prepare to die.
Looking down from 100 stories above the city, you see thousands, if not millions, of thin blue strands stretching from just above your head to the city below.
You know, I'm beginning to think that mayor wasn't being entirely truthful.
This is the Soul Web, an entire city strung together in eternal captivity, and you stand right at the center of it.
Cool.
That last session was insane, but Elamon got fucked up. I'm worried he won't survive his final battle against Durgaron. I want to to show Mikey how much this campaign has meant to me by giving him the epic finale he deserves. Should I let Alamon go down in a blaze of glory? Or should I nerf the baddie and give him more of a fighting chance? Gotta keep looking. Where's that neck? Damn, Mikey. Durgaron's second in command really tore Elamon up.
Oh, damn.
Even at the cloud chamber above the tower.
If this was like 5 months ago, I definitely know what the answer would be, but like, I feel like because of this.
I'm giving you a chance to talk because I already know what I'm choosing.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, like, if it was 5 months ago, I'd definitely say let the hero win at the end, but, like, you know, knowing what this DLC kind of fucked us in the ass a little bit, I think crushing Elamon kind of put some smile in our faces.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad I didn't have to debate that.
Yes.
Because even 5 months ago, I would have still said have Durgaron win.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because if he still overcomes that, then that just tells the better story.
Yeah. But then again, like, if he does overcome it, then plot armor.
I don't know about plot armor, but...
I'm just saying, like, you know, like, every now and then the heroes need to be crushed, you know? Depending on who the hero is, you know? If it's Elamon, then absolutely, you know, like, drop that guy out for, like, at least one arc, you know?
Even Midoriya needs to be crushed every now and then.
Yo, chill.
Hey, what kind of hero is unable to rise up from a crushing defeat?
At the end of the day, he's the one who should be doing the smashing.
See?
I'm just saying.
See, clue appears now?
Oh, it does, huh?
See, Valkyrie? We're best friends. It says so right here.
In the defeat, he's a match made in hell. What can I say? Oh well. She's your real best friend. No point trying to pretend. I tried to compete. I admit defeat. It's a match made in hell. What can I say? Oh well. Huh.
5 months. 5 months just to read that.
Yeah, and there's one more clue. So the real question...
Yeah.
Do we do the banter in hopes that that last clue is still available and not get fucked, or do we do the banter, find out that that last clue is unable to be done, and get fucked again?
Bro, all I'm gonna say is, can you roll the dice for this? Because I feel like the dice should decide.
Ready to roll. Ready to
Oh,
roll.
damn. Damn
Ready
it.
to roll.
It doesn't let you roll.
No, but hang on.
Alright.
I wonder.
Yeah, because depending on what numbers it lands, then I'll be like, you know, do the banter first.
Oh,
if it
hey.
doesn't land in it.
Actually, I have a D20 right here.
Okay. So,
So,
how are you?
Higher than a 10, we do the banter. Lower than a
Yeah.
10, we don't do the banter.
I'm okay with that.
$14. We're doing it.
Oh my
We're doing it.
Alright guys, we're doing it live.
And if this bullshit happens again, we blame the dice.
We blame the dice and
We
we're gonna
blame the
hear
dice.
and
we're gonna play through it again with Pika in control. And we're gonna avoid the banter. Here we go.
I'm ready for
It's
it.
New Year's Eve, Kind Haven listeners, and that means partying, smooching at midnight, and resolutions. Call in with your New Year's resolution, and Haven's best and only radio psychic will tell you how it goes.
Okay. Oh
Did
god.
you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail?
Here we go.
Like my resolution to stop making up bogus statistics?
What was your resolution, Silver?
Oh, you already know.
To finish this
All
game.
this talk of New Year's
Oh,
resolutions
okay.
has
So that's
made me
one of
realize
them, but the
I
other
actually
is
don't have one yet.
keep losing weight.
We'll work on that together.
Oh,
Kind Haven
absolutely.
listeners.
Absolutely.
In surviving one more rotation around the sun, you have traveled 584 million miles. So why not kick back with some KRCT? You've earned it.
Wait,
The ball dropping, the iconic symbol of New Year's, was initially used to help sailors tell time at a distance from the shore.
can you
This
change
has
the
been
music
another
or?
episode of Steph Ruins
Yeah, I
Everything.
can.
I'm just curious. Yeah, I'm just curious because I forgot the soundtrack already. Alright, Boys from School. Feel It Still. When I'm Gonna Lose You. Difficult. Damn, which one was like the really good one? Was it Feel It Still?
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
guess
between
so.
Feel It Still and Difficult.
I think Feel It Still. Alright. Before that's like the song that's currently playing right now.
No, it's
That'd be funny. Okay. Oh yeah, it was definitely a song.
Keep
Alright.
those dancing shoes and giant plastic 2019 glasses on. And don't turn that dial. You're partying with KRCT. The new year comes to the American Samoa last, due to their proximity to the international dateline. So, if you're feeling the need to celebrate twice, you might still have time to catch a plane. When he was 13, the famous escape artist Harry Houdini was forced to work his father's store on New Year's Eve. It was that year that he resolved to dedicate his life to getting out of things. You're listening to KRCT.
What's a fun fact?
Very fun.
If you are a superstitious person, you should make sure all your bills and debts are paid before we hit midnight, as carrying over debt is seen as bad luck. So, yeah, get on that. Okay, I've got one. Next year, I resolve to face things head on instead of running from them. That's my resolution. Call in and tell me yours. Let's save some banter for next year.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, KRCT has gone pro, baby. Not that many listeners lately. I blame the holidays. Well, it hardly needed to be said, so she hardly said it. It's an honor to be chosen as Olivia's elder gay.
Easy coming. Yeah, that's the Hall of Fame song. If anything, I think that is the best song in the DLC. But that's my personal. Yeah.
Gotta keep.
Yeah. See that firewalk? That's 100% from the
Next.
Florida song.
Hello.
Okay, that's one.
We're still registering.
Yep. From what I remember, I think last time we got them all except for that one.
Well,
Yeah.
the switchboard one, and then this.
Yep. Yep. So unless things went ass backwards, I think we're good.
Yeah. On a shelf in the back, huh?
Dating profile.
Finally found the last clue. Just have to find my prize.
Shelf?
Wait, so we found them all the clues yet? So we're just looking for the prize now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would say
Said
like
on a shelf in the back.
this could be yeah, I'd say it's either somewhere in here or maybe like where the cashier area is. Yeah, you can't go in there.
Prize definitely won't be
Sure
sold.
are a lot of shelves in the back room.
There's a lot of shelves in the
So
back
room.
room. Yeah. So is it just not visible and you just have to like look around?
It might be visible, I just didn't spot it.
Okay, so shelves. Let's look at it.
Oh, dang. I'm gonna have to put another t-shirt order in. Guess I finally clicked with the customer base.
Box. Boom.
Gotta be holy shit. This is rad. You wonderful bunch of absolute geeks.
Hey, it's Katy Perry.
Steph, the time has come for me to formally release you from your foosball oath. If or when you're ready to leave Haven, I won't throw a fit. I promise. On the other hand, though, maybe you've seen the little plaques screwed onto some of the bar stools at fine old taverns and such. Those seats are reserved for members of the community who, no matter how far they stray or how long they stay gone, will always have a spot at the bar when they return. Well, you're one of them now. You've earned it. Thanks for a great year. We love you, man. Gabe, Ryan, and Charlotte. P.S. Swing by tomorrow and claim your stool. That's cute.
Yeah, that's pretty
Better
cute.
look at my
So how many
notebook
bar
to
stools
decide
do you
how I
own?
want to set up this final battle.
Just one.
At which bar?
Does it have to be in a bar to be a bar stool?
Well, isn't it supposed to be kept at a certain bar?
Yeah, unless you just have it as just a regular seating, you know.
Yes.
You know, because like you gotta have at least one bar stool in the attic, bro. Like,
What?
choose Element's
I
fit.
did
Oh, okay,
that.
so let's choose that again.
Durgaron's second. It might be premature to say this, but you had a good run, Elamon. You really
Is
did.
that glitch happening again?
There's no way.
Looking down from 100 stories above the city, you see thousands, if not millions, of thin blue strands stretching from just above your head to the city below.
You know, I'm beginning to think that mayor wasn't being entirely truthful.
This is the Soul Web, an entire city strung together in eternal captivity, and you stand right at the center of it.
Cool.
That last session was insane, but Elamon got fucked up. I'm worried he won't survive his final battle against Durgaron. I want to show Mikey how much this campaign has meant to me by giving him the epic finale he deserves. Should I let Elamon go down in a blaze of glory? Or should I nerf the baddie and give him more of a fighting chance? Alright, think it's about time to crack open that champagne.
Wait, check your thing before you go in. Like, what does it say? Oh, this opened up. Right? Or was this always available?
Well, this is always...
Oh, is there any, like, follow-up of some of these, or has it just been... Oh, it's like, all these are, like, competitions that are already done?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Yeah, because we don't need to go through his, we already did those in the previous parts.
Done with my shift. Just in time for champagne. Hello, caller. How can I help you this evening?
Oh, hey, yeah. Can I get a large pizza with peppers and mushrooms, please?
You choose
I'm
it.
afraid there's no pizza here.
Oh, no. Did you guys run out? This keeps happening to me.
This is a call-in psychic radio show. You're live on the radio, like right
Say
now.
hello.
Word.
Word. Anything I can fake predict for you?
Oh,
Don't say that.
okay. So, am I gonna get my pizza tonight?
I think that's the easy answer.
Will formulate my prediction.
Yeah, you're gonna roll, but at the same time, it's like,
Uh-oh. Why?
oh no.
Oh. Jinx.
No, Silver.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Did we soft lock again?
I think we did.
So it's just pointless to do the badgers because they just break the game. So right now we're just like stuck here now. Like,
Yeah. Hang on.
because we can't circle out, we can't, yeah.
Hang on.
Okay. This might be the last hope. Oh, snap.
If I don't answer the call, then I won't get locked, so...
But at the same time, see if you can see the dice though.
Done with my shift. Just in time for champagne.
Wow. That actually sucks because, you know, I guess we won't give that boy his fortune.
Well, I guess that's gonna be your job.
Will be my job.
For when we replay it again.
I guess.
Alright. Think it's about time to crack open that champagne. Okay, Jed. What have you hooked me up with?
Or maybe after this we could like go in and like accept the call, maybe. I don't know. It all depends if that dice appears. Or I wonder like, nah. Because there was a point where we actually like were interacting with the dice and then all of a sudden we can't now, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, normally every time you get a
Happy New
call,
Year,
you're supposed to
Valkyrie.
click.
Wherever you are?
The dice, and then you roll, and then depending on what you get. It's funny because, you know, the D12 in real life after the D12 in this game.
D20, yeah.
D20, yeah, D20.
Epilogue.
Yo, this is actually the epilogue, though?
This is Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Oh, she's getting ready for the LARP.
Shout out to anyone who sung along with that bridge. You're awesome. New releases in just a minute, but first, let's hear from you. Hey there, you're live on KRCT. How's it going?
Hey, Steph. I heard you don't do fortunes anymore. Could you make an exception?
Sorry, those days are over.
But Why? Did something happen?
Not really. Just started thinking
We
life's more
lost the
interesting if you
dice.
don't try to predict everything first.
It's such a tiny question. All I want to know is which friend should I...
The taller one. Thanks for calling.
The taller one.
Question from Rochelle in Colorado Springs. How's Valkyrie doing? Val's doing great. She's completely moved in. She loves to sleep on my lap. She's scratching all the customers. I'm in heaven. All right. Here's a new release from The Wednesday. Let me know what you think.
Radio DJ Jobs, Seattle. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
that all
yeah.
comes full circle.
So I guess we never find out what happens to Elamon. God damn it.
Wow. Damn. That is pretty sad, not gonna lie. And I wonder if that guy ever got his pizza. That's wow.
Nothing we could do about the pizza.
Yeah. No, but that's what's crazy though, cause like, so if we would have like, let's say the dice would have worked, right? And we gave that guy his fortune, then
You would have had two options for what Steph would say,
yeah.
and then maybe another set
No,
of
but
two
what-
options after.
No, but what I'm saying is like, let's say we finished that off, then we went to the Elmont stuff, or like, it was just the Elmont stuff just completely.
Still would have had to open up the champagne to advance anything.
So how would the Elmont thing work then? Like we chose his fate, and then it would be like he messaged us or something.
I don't know. I would imagine, but I don't know.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's kind of a side thing. And I think how it ended is basically how it would just end like every other way. But overall, aside from the bugs, what do you think about the DLC? Yeah.
There's not really a lot to it.
Is it like to the point where like oh, I don't think this DLC was needed, and they shouldn't be doing DLC like this in the future, or do you think there needs to be like?
I mean, it did a decent job at expanding Steph's character and like showing a little bit more of a side to her, but there wasn't really a lot to it to where it's worth replaying more than one time.
So true. And this is coming from us who played it multiple times now, especially Silver. We had to go through a whole hour and a half just to get to the point that we were at, which was basically it bugs at the end. It doesn't even bug at the beginning; it bugs at the end.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, from what I'm trying to figure out right now, it's like the banter is what bugs it, but at the same time, if we didn't do that banter, then would the Elamon stuff work? Because we did the Elamon stuff before we did the banter.
I know, that's what has me confused.
Yeah, because we waited afterwards and it was bugged, and I get it, but was it just bugged? Is the Elamon thing like bugged just like in general, like from the very get-go? And if that's the case, then that's wow.
If we go through it again without doing the banter in the winter, and the Elamon thing still happens, even though we never did the banter, then that will answer the question.
Yeah.
But
which what I'm gonna say,
if I'm playing through it a third time.
No, I'll play it through, but the thing is, like, what's gonna suck is imagine me playing through it and it's just bugged regardless, and that'll just be like a waste, But if it does work though, you can kind of like connect it to this episode though, because of using Share Factory and all that. But
Huh. Katie Oh.
Katie Benz. Benz.
The doctor's name is
So,
Suzu.
yeah, so Chloe's like Rowan, this was just like, the voice of memory basically. It's not like,
Correct.
it's not like there's a chance that, you could potentially talk to her, right?
Nope.
Like at all.
Nope.
Yeah. I think if anything
And
that's
fun fact, I chose not to save Arcadia Bay for Wavelength, so Chloe would still be alive. But Steph's mom was killed in the storm, and both of Mikey's parents and his brother were killed in the storm. That is why they
that's
started
crazy.
the D&D campaign, just to cope.
Yeah. And, Life did a good job bugging it, so we couldn't even give them the cope that they needed. The copium that they needed. That's crazy, though. I will say this, though. Like, knowing, like, aside from this DLC, but just, like, this whole, like, True Colors as a package, like, are you excited for, like, what the future as a whole for the Life is Strange franchise?
I'll give a reserved yes, because one thing I've noticed doing all these choice/story games,
Yes.
the dialogue choices you have don't really change much in terms of what the final outcome of the game is. Like,
In what way?
because basically, no matter what kind of choices you make, it's still only two endings. It's still either you're leaving with one character, or you're leaving with Steph, or you're staying in Haven Spring. Like, those are the two endings. The only thing that possibly changes is which characters side with you at the end, but I don't think if everyone sides against you, it leads to that much of a different ending.
Yes and no, because like, let's say like you did all the bad choices in this game and it led to like basically nobody trusting you. Like, wouldn't that be kind of considered a bad ending? And if so, then
but if it's still a matter of, is the final choice in the game which determines the ending, are you staying in Haven Spring or are you leaving? If you get the bad ending and nobody trusts you, does the game force you into leaving Haven Spring, or does it still give you that choice to stay? Because if it still gives you that choice to stay, them not trusting you is ultimately meaningless.
You know what it is, Silver? I think, like, knowing, like, all the Life is Strange that we played, like, the one thing that we didn't do because, we're too wrapped up with the DLC is we never saw all the endings of this game.
Yes, we
no, we didn't. We didn't see, like, every possible ending this game has to offer.
I think we watched it on YouTube, but we didn't play it ourselves.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but the thing is, like, I wonder, like, maybe because it's just been that long. Because I don't know if from what I remember, it's like, yeah, maybe there is two endings, but maybe there's like branches to those endings, which is why I'm saying like maybe the choices do matter when it comes to the whole branching aspects.
Maybe.
That's all. Yeah, but with that being said, I do agree with you, but it's just like I don't think like the choice at the end really mattered more so in this game than any other game, because like the story itself is what carried like the whole narrative, especially with the whole like climax.
I mean, the story is definitely good, don't get me wrong, but it hides the illusion of choices matter.
Yes, to some degree.
When the story is basically going to happen no matter what your choices are.
Not that, but more so like the final choice, isn't really like a big deal to like, to the narrative of the game basically. It could be like, oh, you know what, like you love this town so much that you stay, or you basically say, hey, you know what, like maybe I should follow what my dreams and aspects are, and then move on and see what the future has to hold and such. And it's
I,
like,
I
yeah,
get that, but I think,
yeah,
and you might hard disagree with me, but
mm.
I think the way choices was handled was done a lot better in Life is Strange 2.
No, I agree with you though. I'm not
Because
saying Life is Strange 2 is the better game, but I will definitely say Life is Strange 2 had like the better endings, definitely. When it comes to like basically
because
like how many of them, that you can actually like get, basically. Like the choices in that game actually do matter. Right, Silver? Yeah.
there's technically four
Mm-hmm.
endings
Mm-hmm.
with some changes based on choices that you make, but
But that's still a lot from like what the previous game and then this game has to offer though. So
because you can be a total rebel the entire game, but if you choose to turn yourself in at the very end, a different thing will happen.
mm-hmm.
As opposed to if you were an asshole the entire game and then chose to cross the border at the end, or vice versa.
Basically.
If you were
Yeah.
goody two shoes the entire game and then cross the border at the very end,
Mm-hmm.
different things will happen. So
Mm-hmm.
like the choices affect things a lot more in 2
Mm-hmm.
versus say True Colors or Life is Strange 1
Mm-hmm.
or even Before the Storm.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you with that, but the thing is, that's the point I'm trying to make, Silver. Because of like the choices that you make in this game, depending on what the circumstance was, whether it's like the people believe you or not believe you, does it lead to like an alternate ending where basically like you feel like you basically failed, basically is what I'm trying to say, like in a sense where basically like as you mentioned, like it puts you in a route where basically you have to leave the city, and because of like you just basically went that direction where you're shunned and such. And because I could easily see it be like that, if nobody believes you, because this game has to have a bad ending, like how the other ones have a bad ending. But
Yeah.
overall, what I will definitely say though is, even though Life is Strange 2 had like the better endings and such, where there's like so many endings, I think this game had the better characters than the second game, personally. Because I think I put Ryan, Charlotte, Gabe, even freaking Ryan's dad. Like these are all characters that like actually like had their like story arcs, their conclusions, their this and that. Because in the second game, and the thing that I kept ripping on the second game was basically everybody kind of felt irrelevant to the brothers, to some degree, because it's not like how you treat them and what happens to them really affects what really happens to you in the story at the end of the day, like it's not like basically, oh, you treated this guy wrong, you treated that guy wrong, you treated this guy, and at the end, like in this one, basically how you treat the characters and how you resolve all the issues and such, basically they say, hey, you know what, we side of Alex, we side of Alex, we side of Alex. In the second game, there's no court, basically there's no something where basically, oh, like what these guys did in their journeys like really meant so much to these characters, and it led to basically you not serving that time. Because if there was an ending where basically there was a court thing and then you don't serve that time because of all the good choices that you made in the game, then I would say like the choices were like really good in that game when it comes to the side characters. But because that wasn't the case,
Yeah.
I think that's what the second game lacked. Which is why definitively, no biases or anything, but the first game will forever be the best game until like it gets trumped in the future, maybe. I don't know.
And for
And that is,
me,
yeah.
sadly, I think out of all the stories, True Colors is the best one.
Yeah.
But in terms of how choices affect the game, one does it slightly. Well, 2 does it the best, but Life is Strange 1 is slightly above True Colors.
Mm-hmm.
But
Exactly, and
in terms
yeah.
of like the story on its own, True Colors has the best story in the series, for me.
It depends on what do you look into a story though? Like well, what was the one thing in this game that like the story kind of popped to you and you're like, yo, I like the story so much in this game. What was it?
at the end of the day, it's the story of an outcast finding out where she belongs in the world. You know, and as an outcast myself in a lot of aspects, like a story like that gravitates to me.
And it does help the fact that like Alex is such a lovable character.
She's she's more lovable than Chloe, in my opinion.
Yeah, sorry, let's not open those doors.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, I'm speaking strictly Life is Strange 1 versus True Colors, because Before the Storm is a prequel, and they handle Chloe differently. Let me preface this by saying I am strictly saying Life is Strange 1 Chloe versus Life is Strange True Colors Alex.
I know, and a lot of people can understand what you're saying.
I have to preface it with that.
Yeah. A lot of people can understand, but at the end of the day, it's like when you look at like Chloe's like, because you're a person who does character studies and this and that. The whole dynamic of Chloe's character like kind of validates why she was who she was in that game. Whether it was like like the upbringing that she had, whether it was the influence that she was around her and such. Like she's not like a perfect person or the perfect character.
Correct.
But I think her intentions and where her heart lies and like how she treated Max throughout the whole story. Like is like, even though there's like obviously moments where like she's always like praising this and that, but like you gotta also like apply her age to to some of these situations and such, and then like are these like major offenses where that makes her like a horrible human being, or is it basically like she gets caught up in a moment because like because of like how the story is and such. And I feel like ultimately she is a very like precious character, and I think you have to understand that. Like even before the storm, like I think prior to that, like but you don't have to say she's your favorite. Like I don't think she should be your favorite, but I'm just saying she's like so like yeah.
The sad part is a lot of the choices that she ends up making end up being very, I don't know if the right word would be toxic, but very not appropriate for building a healthy friendship.
Agreed, but it made for a better game though. And I gotta respect that like a lot, because Chloe wasn't the rebellious person that she was. I don't know how that dynamic would have been, honestly.
Rebelling is one thing. Trying to get your best friend to start doing drugs or drink or whatever when you're both underaged, no. that goes a little further than chaos. Not to mention wanting Max to basically lie about where she got the gun, like lie to the authority figures, break rules with her, like none of that really contributes to a healthy friendship.
I agree.
As a matter of fact, that more contributes towards bringing down Max as opposed to building her up.
I agree. But I think the point of Max's character was to like adjust Chloe and make her a better person, though. I think that was like the whole goal. It wasn't more so like that Chloe. Yeah, because the thing is, when you really think about it, it's not like Chloe's choices and everything you're saying has an influence in the story. It's basically what Max does with Chloe that has the influence in the story and such. And if Max is supposed to be the role model, and which that's how I always like seen the story as like Max being the role model. That like you're supposed to make Chloe the better person, and I feel like that's a cool narrative. But one thing I want to mention though, like why I was asking that is because I was like wondering like if you do like the outcast story more than like the murder mystery, because to me mystery, when it comes to story games, it's just top tier to me. Like and the fact that like the mystery was like I don't know what was the bigger note in that game, the mystery or the storm, because the storm was very subtle and you knew it was going to happen, but the fact that like it became kind of like an afterthought because of like the mystery of like what's going on with Arcadia Bay and this and that, and how deep and complex that story was, and how it was kind of like it started from something and it grew to being something even crazier and disgusting and this and that. That's top tier storytelling, bro. And the thing is like it all like came to like that whole party thing and such, and the whole vortex stuff, and like It just, I don't know, like, and that whole school life aspect, I don't know. Everything in that whole like Life is Strange 1, like you could recast everybody and do this and that, and it'll still be like, better than this game to me personally, just because how intricate everything was. But that's just my personal opinion, though, which is why I
Well,
think it's number one.
how much of that has to
Yeah.
do with the supernatural ability that you have in Life is Strange 1 versus True Colors?
A lot.
Yeah,
Because the power in first is way better than this game, but the power in this game has a different meaning and different purpose.
exactly.
I feel like I think all the powers in the respective games had a purpose, but I don't know, because the thing with Life is Strange 2 is like, like telepathy is cool, I guess, right? Like that's what it was.
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis, right? Telekinesis was cool, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it was kind of a cop out to some degree, maybe. Oh, maybe only for the fact that the person that you're playing the most isn't the person with the powers. And I feel like, yeah, that's, different for the sake of being different and it's cool, but I wonder how good the story would have been if you had the, telekinesis.
Well,
And
it kind of goes back to the whole Max and Chloe dynamic, because you say that Max is the one who's supposed to mold Chloe into a better person.
yes.
That's the purpose of who you play as in the story of Life is Strange 2. You're molding
Yeah.
your little brother to either be a better person or to abuse his abilities for selfish reasons. Your actions decide how this young impressionable kid grows up.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, I wonder how good the story would be if it was, like, the other way around. You know what I'm trying to say? Because it would be, like, basically you still have the influence to Daniel, but at the same time, like, the choices that you make with the powers that you have and with the people that you meet could, like, either, like, separate you from your brother for good. Because, like, let's say, for example, like, because, the story arc where basically, like, Daniel, like, the whole, like, uh, what's it called? The whole like weed farm blows up. Daniel goes to da 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 da. What about if it was like the other way around, where basically, you use your power so bad because of a choice you make, not something that's determinate, and because of that, you get arrested and you get taken away from your brother, and the whole aspect is you escape. You know, the confinement that you're in to go find where your little brother. That would
You're cutting in and out. Cloud. Cloud.
hello.
Okay, no, okay, I can hear you. No, I can't. Yay! Audio issues during a discussion. Woo! Fix your shit, PlayStation. Fix your shit, PlayStation. SharePlay connection lost. Uh-oh. Cloud9 cannot perform voice chat due to network connection failure. And now you left the party. And now you joined the party. But can you be heard yet? Not yet. Alistair Grio.
Oh my god. Can you hear
Now
me
I
now?
can hear you, yep.
Oh my god. What was the last thing you heard me say?
You were cutting in and out pretty badly, and then radio silence.
No, but what was the last thing you heard me say? What was I talking?
You were talking about like how different the story would be if instead of the little brother having the powers, you had the powers, and like when they got separated, if you were the one who had to break out of jail with the powers. instead of.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know what you mean. It would have made it
Yeah.
a more interesting action kind of set piece thing,
Yeah.
but
But that's not what Life is Strange 2 was about, though.
correct.
Okay, fair enough. I agree with that. But that's what I'm saying. That because if they did it the way I said they did it, then maybe Life is Strange 2 would be better than Life is Strange 1. Because it would be like, holy crap! Like it's not like you're just rewinding time. You're using the powers that you have in a way where basically like if you mess up, like you die.
Hell yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. Like I feel like if you had the powers and the circumstances and the questions and the choices that you would have in the game, it could be like, oh, bro, like if you mess up really bad, this is where you die. If you mess up right here, this is where you get Daniel killed. If you mess here, this and that. It's not like it builds up to that end. It's like it basically, use your powers the right way, use them wrongly, and like your story ends. And I feel like that alone would be like, whoa, that's a
yeah,
different
but
dynamic.
that's something that you can only really do during the final chapter of the game.
Yes, but you can also plant seeds of like basically like because you made these choices, because you burned these bridges, because you done this and that, and you made yourself like persona non grata that like more you have more of a chance of having that bad ending at that final episode. And maybe like something towards maybe if you like build up your friendship with your bond with Daniel, that Daniel might be the guy who bails you out, because he takes the fall, because obviously one of the endings is it definitely takes the fall, but like it would be even crazier if he takes the fall if he didn't have the powers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's like, oh, it goes to show like the influence that you had. And then what about, in a sense, take it in Silver.
Developed in the state of Colorado. Cool.
Take this in Silver. Basically, because of how you shape Daniel in the game, he becomes a monster, right?
Yeah.
What about because of the choices that you make that you become the monster and Daniel turns on you? Because he says you're not my brother anymore because of all the crazy stuff that you've done with the powers that you have. That's crazy as hell. Like, when you really think about it, you became the monster that you want to become, like, the hero to your little brother, but what you did is basically misuse your powers and became the monster that you didn't want to be. That's how you tell that Life is Strange 2 story, is what I'm trying to say, but,
Yeah, if you want to gear that story more towards adults, sure.
Oh, absolutely, because when you really think about it, the story of Life is Strange 1 was, what? Towards adults, for the most part, like, or teens. Like, it started off like very teenish. Yeah, it started off very teenish, but when you really think about it, that's some Dexter shit. Like, when it got, like, deep into the game, like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, not even very end. I would say, like, when it came down to that Chaos Theory episode, when you found out, like, basically, like, there's, like, something going on, and, like, let's go to that, like, okay, I want to say, okay, around, like, end of episode 3, episode 4-ish. It didn't become, like, a teen story anymore. Like, yeah. Episode 1 and 2 are very, like, teen eccentric, though, for sure.
I'd say the first 3 chapters were very, teenish.
Yeah.
And then
First 2, for sure.
Once chapter 4 hit, that's where it started getting more adult.
Yeah, it was like a tone shift, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, all I'm saying is because like, hey, Deck 9 or like freaking Don't Not, if you need like a storyboard writer, like I'm here. Like, I got all the great, bro. So my portfolio when it comes to watching anime. You know how many crazy stuff I've watched. And the story I could probably write for like the Life is Strange if they really wanted my input. Like, holy crap. Hell, even you, Silver. I feel like you're a guy who tells good stories. Right?
I do okay.
Yeah. Like you're like one of the best like fanfic writer guy I know, like basically.
Gee, if only I've ever written a fanfic.
Oh shit! I wasn't supposed to say that in public. Oh well, damn.
No, I've never written a fanfic.
You heard it here, boys. Like Silver has never quote unquote written a fan fiction. Just remember that.
You're a moron.
I gotta get a little derpy at the end.
I know.
Like, I don't know how long the credits are.
Next time.
Oh, it's over? The credits?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I was gonna say I spoke my piece. But is there any other things before you say it the next time, though? Like any final thoughts? Because like this will be the last time we'll probably talk about True Colors. Like, okay. I guess better before next time you mention, what is something you're looking forward to in the, the next, like, it's like basically the whole discussion point, like.